Hi, everyone. Sorry about the abrupt cutoff. This is Birdie here with the Moralis events team, and as part of the Avalanche hackathon, we're doing another workshop on React with Dimitri. So I'll let Dimitri take it away. Hello.
Thank you, Birdie. Hi, everyone. I'm happy to see you on this Avalanche React workshop. Today, I will tell you about what is React, how to fast build Avalanche Dapps on React using Moralis. I will show you the boilerplate that will help you to start your development very quickly. And also today, we will run our first Avalanche Dapp together. Here is a demo of what we will have in the end. Okay, so let's start from the Moralis documentation. Here you can find all needed information about how to set up your server and how to connect it to your front end, and of course get more information about its functionality. Here you can find, for example, information about Web3 API, for example, how to get all balances, NFTs, transactions of user. You can also get NFT metadata, get all owners of NFTs. For example, here you can get array with NFT metadata for a given token contract address. Here is an example output. I really suggest you to read it, because after this you will become a true Moralis mage and you will be ready to create amazing dapps super fast. Okay.
And so, Dmitry, before we go deeper, let's show people what they will be able to build. Let's go through that boilerplate, like screen by screen. You had it nicely there. Basically, guys, you can see on the screen, this is a website that you will be able to run yourself on Avalanche at the end of this stream. And you see that user can log in. User can see all their wallet items, all their NFTs. They can do transfers. They can interact with smart contracts. They can see their balances. They even have a DEX. So it's basically all of these different technologies that you see Ethereum or Zapperfy have, and they have spent years and years building. And with Moralis, you get all of that from scratch. And you can use this as the base in order to build your app. Why? Because all apps need what you see on the screen. Like, for example, all apps need a wallet. All apps need to log in users, see the balances, see the transactions. So it's very important that you understand like the type of project you will be able to build at the end of this.
Okay, so what is React and why should we need this? I will get more information about the boilerplate and how you can use React Moralis a bit later. So just let's start from the basics. So React is a JavaScript user interface library created by the Facebook. With React, you can create web applications that change display without reloading the page. This makes your app faster and improves the user experience. Now, about 90% of all front-end developer jobs require React experience. It's also used in almost all Web3 projects. React is a true Web3 front-end standard. One of the key features of React is its versatility. This library can be used on server and Moralis platforms using React Native. So you learn once and you can use it anywhere. React is component-based, which is another key feature of the library. Each component returns a part of the interface and in different states. A declarative approach makes your code shorter and easier for reading it. It makes it easy to test it and maintain. React uses JSX. Let me show the example here in Moralis, Web3 React Moralis. We have, as you can see, JSX syntax looks like HTML plus JavaScript. It allows you to write JavaScript code using ready-made components that almost completely duplicate HTML. This makes development easier and faster. Usually in dapp, you need to display a great number of different information. It constantly changes, updates, recalculates, and you need to display it dynamically. It's hard to achieve the default vanilla JavaScript plus HTML stack. Your code will become unreadable, difficult to maintain, and most likely will have a bad performance. And as I said before, React is a true Web3 standard. Mostly all Web3 projects use it. You can check GitHub's open source Web3 projects, and I guarantee 90% of them use React. The functional approach is very convenient, especially with hooks. So what are these components and hooks? React components are small, reusable pieces of code that return a React element to be rendered to the page. For example, in the examples of the React Moralis, we have here use ERC20 balances. As you can see, here we import the hook use ERC20 balances, and we get the function to call it to fetch the balances, the data which will be returned, the status of fetching, and if we will have any errors, we will get them from the error. So you can see this is a basic HTML code, and we integrate here JavaScript code like this. So what about hooks? For example, use ERC20 balances. Hooks are functions that let you hook into React state and lifecycle features from functional components like we have here. We have component ERC20 balances, which returns ERC20 balances. Yeah. There are a bunch of default React hooks like state, effect, context, and etc. And also you can even create custom hooks, and we have them in the React Moralis library. You can see the list of them here. Yeah, here. So we are with 3 developers. We need nice hooks for interacting with blockchain, with Avalanche blockchain. We want to receive and record the information from it and to it, and we want to get it as fast as possible, right? We need to easily get ERC20 and NFT balances, transactions of wallet addresses, token prices, and be able to get them in all components of our amazing dapps. And all this you can find here in the React Moralis. So yeah, React Moralis is basically it's wrapper around our Moralis library for JavaScript. So that's why you can get mostly all information you need for it from the default DAX documentation for Moralis. Yeah. Also, we have here most of them are really frequently used. For example, from the hook use Moralis, you can get function authenticate, which help you to authenticate users while their Web3 wallets, for example, MetaMask. Some of the hooks are used to work with a database that Moralis gives you. For example, use Moralis query, use Moralis file here. This helps you to get information to sort to filter it from the React from the Moralis database. I will show you an example here. So this is a dashboard you get. Yeah, it takes some time. Okay, we'll continue later. So yeah, here we can find here user addresses, their balances, info about sessions, and after a while, when you will have more and more users, the database will be it will become bigger, and it will have also balances, NFT transfers, transactions, and etc. etc. So also we have Ethereum boilerplate. You've seen its demo in the beginning. It's made on top of our React Moralis library. This boilerplate will speed up your Avalanche dapp development because it already has all frequently used Web3 React components and hooks for fast building dapps without running own backend. Let me show you the list of components and hooks inside it. So you can find the Ethereum boilerplate in GitHub, or just Google it and you will see it because it's on the first place here. So here is a list of ready-made components you can use. For example, a component account. Yeah, it helps you to authenticate your users to your dapp. Also, for example, yeah, address. It displays addresses with blocky avatars. Also, address input. It allows you to input addresses, for example, for sending tokens. And also, it works with crypto domains, like you can see here. For example, the chains component allows you to switch the network and shows you the current one. So also you can see here the list of Ethereum hooks, but almost all of them are part of the React Moralis library. And this is not the only boilerplate we have, actually. Also, we have boilerplate. Let me show boilerplate social network for NFT marketplace. Yeah. And even for Unity, yeah, here. But the workshop for Unity will be in 2 days later. So yeah. Okay, so now let's try to download, to clone this boilerplate and run it locally, step by step. So all we need is to go here to the Ethereum boilerplate repository. Here you will find the link. You can easily clone it. And now I should switch to the IDE, to the Visual Studio Code. And now switch to the IDE, to the Visual Studio Code. Share screen. Okay, here. Share screen. Okay, I see. It works. So now all we need is to run pip clone and input here our link we cloned from the repository, like this. I just press Ctrl+V, decrease, and press enter, and the boilerplate will be downloaded to your to your computer. Then after this, we need to go to the downloaded folder, like this CD Ethereum boilerplate. Now we need to install all dependencies. You can easily do it by yarn install, like this, or npm install. I will not run this command because I already have installed dependencies and the boilerplate. So the next step, we need to provide the information to .env.example, as you can see here. So we need to add here Moralis application ID and Moralis server URL. You can find them in your server details. So I will just copy and paste. I have them already. So like this. And after that, you need to rename the file to the .env. And now we will run our application like this, yarn start. It takes a while. Could you help me, please? Move from stream. Yeah, here we go. Thank you. So now we can see our application. It's already running. Here we can see the quick start tab. It's a nice reminder and helper for you when you can forget something. So yeah, let's switch to the second one. It's a wallet component I already showed you in the demo. So as you can see here, we can clone our address and input it here, for example, like this. Yeah, and as you can see, it automatically validates your address. When it's correct, it just will not give us a permission to edit it, but we can easily change it. And also it supports crypto domains. For example, domain crypto, or no, bread crypto. Yeah.
And it's important to mention that this works instantly in your apps, guys, because if you want an address field like this, you can just take it. So if you want users to input their address in any part of your dapp, you get this UI already for free with like the image you see block key, with all the domain resolution, with eth domains from ENS or .crypto domains from Unstoppable Domains is already served for you in the components, like you see now on the screen in the Ethereum boilerplate repository. The wallet or the address here, you can display it, you can copy it, or the address input like we see now, or the rest that is here. So always think of it as reusable. Everything you see on the screen, you can just grab, put it in your app. So that, for example, when you are in a hackathon, all apps in hackathons, they're so ugly. It's crazy. People spend so they build for months, but because they don't have a nice boilerplate UI template, they're so ugly. I mean, I've been judging many hackathons, and that's the biggest problem, the UI. So if you just use this boilerplate, your app automatically will look respectable. You have proper address inputs. You have proper blocky generation, the image. You have proper wallet UI already, balances, proper login UI, which you can now maybe show, Dmitry, if you click on the address, like you can log in, log out. And this is, there. Like you can disconnect wallet. I mean, this UI is done for you. You can authenticate. So when you log in, you click authenticate there. And it logs you in. You need to bring up MetaMask, and you see now he's logged in. So all of this, it will actually improve your chances in any hackathon. Not only this Avalanche hackathon, but any hackathon you think of. Use this boilerplate, because I'm telling you, the UI it's so horrible in all hackathon apps, and you can really stand out if you just use these simple things. But they look amazing. The simple things,
Okay, so here we can input our address we want to transfer tokens. Also, we can select asset. Here we have Rinkeby, testnet, Ethereum, and input the amount. For example, one token. One Ethereum. And yeah, here we go. We have this pop-up from MetaMask. Okay, let's switch to the DEX component. Actually,
and by the way, on the screen on the screen we cannot see your MetaMask, but when you click, it doesn't show up. But you can imagine that it shows up, and Vitaly and Dmitry rejected it. So that's the problem with StreamYard. You cannot see the MetaMask here.
I guess I can switch to the. Okay, so the DEX component supports Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon networks. So also we have here easy switcher of chains. For example, we can switch to the Ethereum mainnet. I have now MetaMask notification, which asks me allowance to this site for switching network. So I press yes, and as you can see, it changes. It changed here, and now we can see the dots. So here we can input the amount we want to change. Also, we have our prices, estimated gas, which will be used, the price, and the button swap. So, not enough. That's because I don't have so much Ethereum. Okay, so the next one is fiat component, which gives you an opportunity to buy crypto using your credit card, and it's all already integrated to your application. So here we can select even chain and a lot of different assets, and buy them for your cash using your credit card. Also, we have component balances. That is a nice table, and it shows our balance and address of tokens, our transfers and NFTs. I guess we should switch to another network. For example, let's switch to the Colon testnet. Rinkeby. Yeah, here we go. These NFTs are stored on centralized server. That's why it takes a while really to get the images. but usually it's instantly. You will get the pictures like instantly. So you can see here information. You can open the information blockchain explorers. Also, you can transfer them or even sell them on OpenSea. We actually have the add-on for this boilerplate, but I'm not sure if it's yeah, it's still not added here. So also we have a nice component which will be really useful for you when you are working on own contract. So you can add it to the application, run it, because the boilerplate it supports the Ganesh localhost, and after 2 commands you will see the interface of your contract right here in the application. So let's try to delete this one quick start because we don't need it on our project. So we need to go here. Give me a second, please. Stop screen. Yeah, thank you. So we can open our app.js6 file. And here we have roles. So let's delete this one. Inside the app.js6, we have a router, which allows us to switch between different pages of our application. And it, as you can see here, each component has own address. Okay, so let's remove it also from the header. We have it menu items. Yeah, let's remove it here. Yeah, it will be easier to share the full screen. Please help me to add it. Yeah, thank you. So let's reload the page. And yeah, as you can see, we already deleted from here. So let's add something. For example, we can use a component. We can use something from the React Moralis library. For example, let me check. Use native transactions. Yeah, sounds good. So let's create a new component inside the components folder. So all components have the JS6 extension here, and we can even get this code from here, from the documentation, because yeah, inside this repository we have full instructions how to run. Even we have examples of results you will receive from them. So use native transactions. Okay. So we need to sections. Create the component. const native transactions. So each component should return something. So we add here return, and for displaying, for getting the info, we need to import the use native transactions hook itself. So like this. Yeah. We should also import it from Moralis. Import from React Moralis, like this. Let's check the documentation. So here we have a function, and the data which will be returned from after running this function. But the cool thing with React Moralis that it actually automatically gets all data, even when you don't provide any additional information, for example, like addresses or chain. It uses by default address of the active user and of active chain. So we can even just copy from here. Mm-hmm. So we have a div here, which is our component. Also, let's import here the error message. Here we have the result. The result will be returned as a JSON file, as a JSON, and we need to stringify it for displaying our application. So yeah, now let's import it to the app.js and create a role for it. Yeah, for example, here, rolled path. Let's add native transactions. So here, rolled path native transactions. Also, we need to import here the component. Also, we need to export it from here. Export default native transactions. Yeah. Here we can see it. Components, native transactions. Yeah. As you can see here, we have imported from the components folder. And also we need to add a switcher to the menu items. So we need to copy the address of the component, open the menu items file, and here we can add a menu item, menu.item key, and the address is now link to. So we need here to input the address of the component. Here we should add a description on the name, which will be displayed on the menu items. So let's name it native transactions. Native transactions. Okay, so let's try. Yeah, we have it here. And so what do we have here? Native transactions. Replied program address not provided. Okay. Programs. Actually, it should fetch it automatically. It seems like we have some problems here. Address. Let's copy our address from here, from the wallet. Native transactions. Let me check the roles. Native transactions. Actually, native balance. Aha, I see. We have imported another file because it's here. Should be like this. Boom. Yeah. So now you can see the result of transactions of this account. Yeah, it has only one transaction. So that's it, actually. So this is how you can add own pages to it and show own components. So, okay.
And we have a lot
so
of questions in the chat, Dmitry. So great demo there. Someone asks about use Moralis file and IPFS. If someone wants to add IPFS upload, how would they do that?
So we have this information inside the React Moralis documentation here. IPFS, yeah, is Moralis file. So here you can see we import the hook and the save file function. And all we need when we doing the saving is to enable save IPFS. And we have an example here. So you see, save file, yeah.
And there it says save IPFS true in the below there.
Yeah, that's all we need to. I mean, using the use Moralis file hook, we upload the file to the database. But if we want to upload it to IPFS, all we need is just to add this object param save IPFS true, and that's it. It will be uploaded to the IPFS.
Yeah, and also you showed this contract component. So if you go to the boilerplate UI, we have this contract component, and there. So where, if I want to view a specific smart contract, maybe I just uploaded a smart contract and I want to play around with it. In this boilerplate will basically generate the UI, all the functions and variables. So where do I specify that address that I want to display?
So now the boilerplate is designed for running your contract right here. Just you need to add your. So we have an example here. SRC truffle. We have truffle folder, and inside we have contracts. For the demo, we have here Metacoin contract which is default for truffle. Yeah, and all we need is to, when we want to play around with our own contract in a local chain, so we can add it here, and all we need is to actually run our localhost blockchain yarn. Let me check the package JSON. We have info here. Yeah, yarn dev chain. So start. See, yeah, just and yarn dev chain, and it will start local dev chain on top of truffle. You see, you can get private, you can get accounts with balances, and also then so, and then we can deploy our contract right here. We have MetaCoin, so all we need is to run deploy, yeah, here. So yarn deploy, and it will automatically deploy our smart contract to the running local dev chain. You see our contract was copied to the front end, and the ABI was automatically updated here. So let's switch to the localhost, local chain here. Yeah. Looks like a problem with my browser.
Yeah, but okay. So I basically I need to build, and when I build, then I can switch the network to local dev chain, and in the future, could we add that you can just copy paste like a contract address? Because I think that would be super nice, and even that you can maybe view contracts on different chains. Like if I have Binance, I can just enter an address and I can interact with the contract. Do you think that that's something that we can add in the near future, Dmitry?
Yeah, it will be added really soon. So you will just be able to drag and drop your smart contract here, and it will be automatically generate for you the interface like this, and you will be able to input your contract address just like we have here. So something like this, and it will be added really soon. I hope in the coming days. Yeah. So you will be able to interact with your smart contract from your application like this. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Let's see. Also, your MetaMask started to pop up, so that was good. Was it some kind of setting in MetaMask? Because in the beginning we couldn't see it, but now we could see it when you shared your screen.
I've changed the streaming. Previously, it was just showing my
window,
my browser, but now I share the full my screen. So yeah, that's why you can see it right now.
Yeah, a question about how long does it last in IPFS? Yeah, it needs to be pinned. And if you have a pro account, we will pin it as long as you have a pro account. And soon we will also add more integrations with third-party providers like Pinata and even Infura. So you can have your own like external IPFS connection to us. But yeah, as long as you have a pro account, we will pin it. Could you demo putting and connecting another contract in there? Yeah, this is what we tried, but it was some issue with the local dev chain that on the screen. But in a few days, you can enter any contract address and it will show up. Yeah, good questions that we've had on this one. Can't wait to grind some React projects. Yes, this is maybe the most important knowledge in crypto, to know React. Can I just remove the HTML or route as well? You can do what you want. I mean, you can create new routes. You can remove routes. You need to define still the route you need, but you can do whatever you want in terms of the in terms of the routing and how the files are structured. If you have any questions, guys, by the way, go to the forum, and Dmitry can also help you there with your specific case. So Dmitry, if we show the forum there, and we show the Ethereum React boilerplate, this one. So go to the forum, forum.moralis.io, and if you search Ethereum boilerplate questions, you can ask Dmitry there, and he will answer you with your specific case if you have that. Yeah, perfect, Dmitry.
Thank you. It was a pleasure for me to spend this time. Do we have also some questions, or what's?
Yeah. We just read a bunch of questions from the chat. I mean, all of the questions are from the chat that we have taken. Perfect. For more questions, guys, we will of course be in the forum. We are in Discord. You should join that. So yeah, on that note, thanks a lot, Dmitry, and thanks a lot everyone who's been watching us. We'll see each other soon. And this week we still have, I think we have one more workshop that's with Unity SDK. So we've had React Native, we've had React, Unity. I think it's later this week, but you can check your calendar, which you get from the hackathon website, and see you in Discord and forums. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
we'll be in touch. Yeah.
The Unity workshop will be in 2 days.
Perfect.
Thank you. It was a pleasure for me to spend this time with you all, guys. Let's build and build it with Moralis.